Hey you, what up? We got the Bougie Rouge blush collection from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, from Jaclyn Hill herself, and I am very excited about this one. That's right, I am, because I've been loving blushes lately. It's something that I've always shied away from my whole entire life because, hello, I have giant cheeks, and I always thought that adding blush to my face would highlight my massive cheeks. But anyway, now I'm embracing it all. I'm embracing the blush. I'm into it, and I am here to review this collection for you guys. I'm gonna be swatching everything, applying everything to my face. Basically, a well-rounded video of everything. Remember to subscribe if you aren't already. Hit that notification bell so you can see all of my Wednesdays and Sundays videos. So now let's get into this Bougie Rouge blushes collection. Is it bougie or is it bullshit? Okay, you guys, so we have the PR package open right here. We have a note from Jaclyn. I'm not gonna read it in Jaclyn voice this time, although a lot of you guys did like it. I'm just not in that vibe today. But basically, this is called the Bougie Rouge Blush Collection. It's Jaclyn's dream come true. It's a passion project. She cannot believe that it's finally here. As you guys may already know, blush is one of Jaclyn's favorite products. She feels very feminine and flirty every time she applies it. I would have to agree, I feel the same way. Just brings the whole look together. So this is a collection that offers a formula for every age, tone, and skin type. So there's truly a little bit of something for everyone here. From the looks of it, I will have to agree. There are 2 trays in this PR package. The top one includes 2 blush palettes. So each of these blush palettes has 16 pressed powder shades. Here's one, a more rosy one. This one's called Rouge Affair. The pinky one that I'm holding looks like the cooler toned palette. It is $45. Each of these is $45. And then the warmer tone palette, Rouge Romance, has a little bit more corals and peachy shades, some reds, some warmer rosy tones. I like both of them. I feel like both of these look very nice on my complexion, so I like these colors a lot. These are generally the blush shades that I gravitate towards. This looks great. There's also a nice mirror in here, which is always very, very helpful. Packaging is cute, and I gotta say, I really loved Jaclyn's little video promo for this whole collection. I thought it was so cool and just so whimsical and kind of artsy, but in a Jaclyn way. I loved it. In the second tray, we've got a lot of products. We've got some cream to powder blush sticks. Transforms on skin for a gorgeous, effortless wash of color, available in 4 shades. I love that on the bottom of each package, you actually have a color sticker that corresponds with the blush color, so that's cute. Next, we have the Rouge Romance lip cushions. So these are not blushes, these are actual lip products. And last but not least, we have the Mood Light Luminous Rouge, which is a subtle luminous veil of color with a radiant loose powder blush. 4 shades. And what I love about these is that the J's correspond to the color of the blush. So this is really nice. I'm excited for it. Now these are launching on June 10th at 11 a.m. PST exclusively on JaclynCosmetics.com. So basically what this is a modern take on rosy romance of 18th century royalty, which, by the way, is my absolute favorite era. If I could go back in time, 18th century is where I would go. Bring me the royalty, bring me the corsets, bring me the wigs, all of it. Put me in France, please. Thank you. So moving right along, what I'm gonna do is actually swatch everything. I'm gonna attempt to swatch everything. Some of these products I'm gonna swatch on my face, others I'm gonna swatch on my arm, and the palettes I think I'm gonna swatch on the swatch model. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So right now I am not wearing anything on my face. This is me and my skin. Hello freckles, hello pores, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and get started with this cream to powder shade Swoon. Okay, so this is really cute. Comes in a little dome shaped stick. I'm gonna go ahead and glide that across my cheek. That was very, very pigmented and very, very potent. I love that. I love that for me. I feel like blush is all the rage right now. It's something that I'm wearing a lot more of, more than I used to, because I was always kind of shy about my big ass cheeks. But now I'm kind of liking my big ass cheeks. This definitely has a nice glide, but I feel it turning into that powder finish very quickly. So it does not feel balmy whatsoever. There's absolutely no balminess to this. I like that as an oily AF skin girl. but just bear that in mind. If you are a dry skin type, this might feel a little dry, but I also try this over my foundation once I have my foundation on and once I do the look at the end of the video. So this is the shade, Swoon. Subtle, but pretty, right? Let's move on to Empress. Now this is a pinky shade. Looks very pink, very vibrant pink in the monitor, but not so vibrant in person. I'm gonna go ahead and, whoa, do one of those. Let's see how this blends out with a blush. A blush with a brush. Ooh, I knew I was gonna make a bunch of mistakes with blushes and brushes in this video, so bear with me. Gonna pick up a brush, clean edge of this brush. I only used it once for the Natasha Denona blushes, which by the way, I do have a review of up on my channel already. This is lovely. This is like super gorgeous, super pigmented and potent. Like, it's nice. It's fresh. It's real cute. I love this shade. I mean, I like Swoon too. Swoon is very wearable for me, but this is just a little bit more of a pop. I love it. I love it. And I like that cream to powder formula. Definitely up my alley. Let's clean up the face. Thank God there's only 4 shades here, so my face is not going to be throbbing. Next shade name is so cute. Overruled. I love that. So this one looks like a dusty rose shade to me, or more like a rosy nude maybe. Let's see if I can apply that in a cheek lifting style. You guys have probably seen on TikTok all the different viral blush videos. I've seen them too. So I'm trying out one of the techniques. I'm using this Eco Tools brush just to blend this out. Not my favorite shade. Kind of looks like I got slapped in the face, but still the formulation is great. It blends out easily and the color is pretty, though not my cup of tea. Overruled. Next we have the Royal Flush, just like a beautiful bold cherry color or like a strawberry color. Let's add that to the center of the cheek. Maybe I'm gonna blend this one out with my finger instead. They definitely seem to be blending out well with the finger and also with the brush. This one's really cute, really sweet. Of course, it also depends on how you apply it, where you apply it to. So the reason why it's feeling cute and sweet to me right now is because I'm kind of applying it over my freckles and into my nose and just like bringing all the color to the center of my face, so that gives a much more youthful anime sort of vibe to the face. I really like it. I love this color. I love this formulation. I'm not sure how it wears, but we shall see. Cute. So now I definitely want to try out these lip cushion product. All right, so I already have a bit of Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk on my lips. I'm not going to add any more because I want to maintain the integrity of each of these shades. But basically this Pillow Talk is kind of like the shade of my natural lip color. So I don't think it's going to take away from it too much. All right, starting with the shade Last First Kiss. That's such a great name. But your first kiss is your last first kiss. That's genius. So cute. All right, how are you supposed to apply this? I'm not sure, but let's just go for it. Ooh, ooh. So this is very scented. I can't really tell what it smells like. Maybe marshmallow, maybe a bit of vanilla. It reminds me of some Too Faced product. I can't put my finger on it, but I know this scent and it's strong, but the product is very cute. Definitely reminds me of K-Beauty lip products. Definitely feels very cushiony on the lips. It is a bit transferable, but if you want that MAC Powder Kiss lipstick feel, this is probably the product that comes the closest. Definitely has that nice, beautiful matte finish, but it's not heavy, you know? I like it. Let's remove that real quick. And let's move on to the next shade. This one is Sincerely Yours. Love it. I love the fact that the packaging is the same as the color inside the tube. Maybe not super the same in this case. This one seems a little bit browner. Definitely very cute. If you want to have that smudged out lip line and a little bit more color in the center, you can achieve that with these. I feel that strongly. I kind of wish the color was just a little bit more reflecting the color of the packaging in this instance, because this does look a lot more nude and just a lot more brown than this peach, but still the color is very wearable. I feel like it's great for every day. All right, let's remove that. I'm gonna add just a little bit more Pillow Talk. Moving on to Promised. This is very pretty. This is a color that I would wear for every day just because it's a little bit more popping on my skin tone. It's kind of like a muted rosy tone, but with a pinch of peach, you know? So it's very flattering on medium golden complexions like mine. I really like this one. It's very girly and just very easy every day, but with just a hint of romance. I like this one. Feels really comfortable on the lips, I gotta say. It's not too difficult to remove either, so it's not like one of those non-transferable liquid lipsticks that dries solid. No, this is a lot more cushiony, a lot more moussey in texture. it's kind of like less commitment. Next shade we have Lip Locked. It's like a berry tone from the looks of it. What's cool is that I think you can start off with just a little bit of product and then kind of blend that out with your finger like that, especially if you want an undefined line or like a popsicle lip like that. Or you can add it precisely with the applicator if you want just a more precise outline. This one's pretty. I think a bit mature on me, but still a nice color. And I think it'll look really nice on someone who has a deeper complexion or a very, very fair complexion. Should I reline real quick? Let's do it. Okay, and the final shade from the lip cushion is One and Only. So now this looks like a ruby sort of color. I gotta say, this product definitely reminds me of the Rare Beauty lip creams. Very, very similar, but Rare Beauties feel a pinch more liquidy. These are a pinch more solid, so more cream than liquid. But essentially, the effect is very similar. This one's really pretty too. It looks so different in my mirror than it does in the monitor. For some reason, it looks a lot brighter on camera, I imagine, than it does in real life. In real life, it looks kind of muted, but on camera, it looks quite like a burst of color and flavor. Let's remove that. I will say the first shade and the third shade were my favorites so far. So Last First Kiss and Promised. These were definitely my favorite colors, but all of them had their unique special shade that will definitely work for someone. Those are just my personal faves. All right, moving right along to the Luminous Rouge blush. Packaging is very similar to JACLYN Hill highlighters and also the powders from the previous collection. As you may remember, I did not love the previous collection. I was just a bit confused by everything. It was just a lot of powders, just a lot of different options, I guess, like here. But with powders, I don't really want to have so many options. I just want one translucent powder and then one pressed powder, and that's all I need really. Let's go ahead and swatch this first shade. This one is called Loverboy. Looks like it's a coral, and I love me a coral blush. So now I'm just gonna dip my finger into here, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch on the back of my hand. I mean, that looks and feels very vibrant, very pigmented. It has a bit of luminosity, but not too much. It still gives off a matte vibe. I'm gonna show you a close-up with my phone, just so you see what I'm talking about, because it's definitely not picking up the color with the big camera. So that's Loverboy. I like him. Next one is called Love Language. Looks like it's gonna be a more vibrant pinky coral. And I'm gonna swatch on the back of my hand. Feels very, very silky between my finger and the back of my hand. Definitely has a bit of luminosity. This color I really like, and I'm gonna once again show you a close-up because I don't feel like the colors are translating. Next color is LOML. I have no idea what it means. Comment down below. Maybe it's a term that Gen Zs use, but I'm not familiar. Okay, so this one looks like a slightly browner or slightly nudier version of Loverboy. Hold on, I actually have to swatch them side by side because they look too similar to me. All right, so here is LOML and here is Loverboy. So Loverboy is just a pinch lighter, but very similar undertone, both very peachy. I would say these two shades aren't distinct enough for me. I'm gonna show you a close-up and you be the judge. Okay, so LOML is this one on the left. Loverboy is on the right. They look very similar. Maybe this one's a bit more bronzy and this one's just a pinch more peachy and lighter, but essentially looks like the same shade to me. What say you? Maybe they apply differently, I don't know. So now I'm ready to swatch the final Luminous Loose Powder Blush shade, which is Love Poem, another really cute name. Okay, so this one looks very, very bright, like a super bright pink on my finger. And then here's a swatch. This is so pretty. This is like your Barbie pink blush that you always look for, but it's so hard to find. I think I love this one. Close-up time. Gorgeous. All right, and so now it's time to swatch the palettes. For that, I will be calling in the swatch model because it is a very romantical collection. We need a little bit of romance. That's why I'm calling him. And also because my videos are apparently incomplete without him. You guys love having the swatch model here, so let's call him, shall we? What's wrong with you? Stuck. Hi, swatch model.
Hey.
Yay.
I'm here for the rouge.
You're here for the rouge?
I'm here for the bouge.
And for the romance.
And for the romance.
All right, so let's swatch the Rouge Affair palette first. And this would be the pink one or the cool one, starting with
Fantasy.
Fantasy. like Mariah. That's pretty good for a blush, honestly. Because I wasn't expecting it to swatch like an eyeshadow, but I feel like it did.
Yeah, I don't have much experience with blushes, I'm sorry. French Kiss.
I'm gonna try to do a double dip on that. Okay, next.
Living Lavish. Blush palettes of the rich and famous.
That's funny. That's cute. Next.
Admirer.
Admirer? What?
I
Admirer?
have like your phone stand choking me off camera. People knew what I looked like off camera.
Yeah, oh my god.
Admirer.
Admirer. These are very pretty. These are very, very pretty. This next one. Dainty. That is a very dainty color. I think I like it. Ooh, yeah.
And Forever.
Wow. All right, so here we have the Cool palette, Rouge Romance, boom, boom. All right, so moving right along to the Warm palette, and this is, I would say, the peachier, more orangey palette, and we are going to swatch it right here in the blank space.
Bordeaux.
Bordeaux? It says Boudoir. Boudoir. Oh my god, I can't. And here we have Boudoir. Boom. Next.
Tea Room.
Tea Room. Ooh, this one's a gorgeous orange. I love a good orange blush. Next.
Tempting.
Tempting. A little patchy, this one. But again, these are not eyeshadows, so a little patchiness is fine.
Fancy Pants. I like the names.
Yeah, names are really cute. Colors are really cute. There's a little bit of everything for everyone in both the Cool and the Warm palette. And the final two shades are
Pretty Posh. Dare to Posh.
There we go. And the final one,
Ever After.
Ever After. Journey's over, but it's not just for today. Who knows where that's from?
Actually, don't even know.
I know you don't. All right. So now that we have swatched everything, let's quickly do our face. I'm actually going to apply my primer and then my foundation super quickly. I'm gonna use my Essence My Skin Perfector primer that I love. I feel like there's still some blush on my cheeks. I definitely feel quite flushed still, but that's fine. We shall cover that up. Okay, primer's on. For foundation today, I'm gonna go with Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation SPF 15. I actually am heading to ladies' night tonight. I'm gonna attempt to make this my look. See, a little bit more effort goes into my foundation application when I actually have to go somewhere versus when I'm just applying it for the YouTube video. Because I feel like on camera, if you guys see a mistake, you'll probably just forgive me. I always tell you, I got nowhere to go afterwards, you know, but when I do have somewhere to go, I feel like strangers are a lot less forgiving than my viewers. Unless, of course, they're Prince fans or JACLYN fans. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm going for this foundation and I'm applying it kind of sheer because I really like my freckles at the moment. I feel like my skin is looking really good, but it is very long lasting. So this foundation along with the primer is like my secret combo for long lasting complexion. So now for the under eyes, I'm gonna go with Fenty Beauty Bright Fix that I love so much. Add just a little bit. I kind of still want to ease back into wearing glam makeup, so I don't want it to be super glam just yet, you know. This is one of the first times I am going out. Probably still gonna be wearing a mask, even though the mask mandates are off officially, at least where I live. But, you know, still want to be mindful. Still want to give it a couple of weeks or a couple of months or so, even though I'm fully vaxxed. Oh, how gorgeous is that Bright Fix. Love it. All right, quickly, I am going to set my under eye, but not the rest of my face, because I do want to test out some of those JACLYN Cream to Powder blushes on top of my foundation. Cat hair. And it's always my hero boy, my big fluffy cream puff. Okay, so the under eye set. Also going to quickly set my forehead because that gets oily very quickly, so I gotta quickly set it, otherwise it's just not gonna be pretty. Use my one size translucent setting powder, and now I am actually going to go for Swoon, which was the first shade that I tried. This one is just a bit peachy. So what I'm gonna do is add that right here to my cheek, and I'm gonna blend that out with a brush. Just gonna stipple that in softly. Looks like it's applying just fine over foundation. It's not disrupting the foundation at all, but this shade is very subtle, and I went with this one for a reason. I do want to apply more blush on top, so I think this is a really good base. If you're looking for just a subtle, easy to wear blush, this one's a good one so far. Honestly, it applies just as great over foundation as it did over my bare skin. I can definitely see the flush. I can see the blush, and I like what I see. Next, I'm going to grab a little bit of this shade here, Fancy Pants. This is from the Warm palette. I'm actually going to use one of JACLYN's highlighter brushes, J01, to pick up this shade. Maybe I don't need that much. I'm gonna tap some off. I'm just gonna start adding that to the back of the cheekbone. Okay, so you see this together, it's almost the same shade, but the powder just makes it more vibrant. So it's nice to seal that creamy shade with a powder just to give you more vibrancy. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I like the fact that they work well together. That's making me very happy. And the colors are absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna take a lighter shade, Pretty Posh, this one. And I'm just gonna add that a little bit across my nose for like a sun-kissed look, and a pinch here. Now remember, I have not yet added powder, but I'm adding this blush in the place where I typically would powder because I am gonna powder on top, but I just wanted to give myself a very, very blushing look first. All right, next I'm gonna go in with my Airbrush Flawless Finish powder from Charlotte T, Wayne Goss brush. I am going to first kind of clean up underneath here and also just add a bit of that powder on top just to make everything a little bit more wearable. I feel like that looks really cute. No? It's just me? Last but not least, I'm gonna grab the Luminous Loose Powder Blush in the shade Loverboy. That's the one that I first swatched and I loved it so much. I'm just gonna pick up whatever's remaining in this cap. I'm gonna use a really big fluffy brush. This one I think is from Tarte. Just gonna swirl that around, kind of just tap some off, and I'm gonna add that to the very top. You can kind of see that peachy glaze going on, and I really like it. It's just like a veil, like a hint of color, but it's definitely giving my cheeks a much more dimensional look. Not that I need any more dimension in my cheek area, but for the sake of this video and for the sake of today's blushing, rougey romance, this is what I'm going for. I mean, it is ladies' night after all. So that's the blush. I'm gonna do my lips quickly. And for the lip color, I'm gonna go in with that third shade that I swatched, which was called Promise. It's kind of like a neutral pinky shade. I don't know, I liked it a lot. I felt like it was very wearable, very everyday, but just special. It had a really pretty quality to it that I liked. And that is the look. Of course, I'm gonna do my eyes later. Still not yet time for ladies' night, but essentially this is how I use the new JACLYN Cosmetics Rouge Romances blush collection for my complexion. So what I like about my complexion right now is the fact that it looks very, very natural, but the blush does add an element of perfection. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but blush has a tendency of evening out your skin tone, and also it has this unique way of just making your skin look more perfect, making your complexion look a little bit more even. And for someone like myself who has freckles, who has acne scars, who suffers from post-acne dark spots and things like that, blush is one of those things that I shy away from, but I know I have to reach for sometimes in order to disguise, you know? It's just like a master manipulator. That's the word that I was looking for. I love blush. I'm a little afraid of blush, but I'm learning to appreciate blush a lot more now than ever before. And with this collection, I will have to agree with JACLYN's note. It does offer a little bit for everyone for different skin concerns. If you are someone who's oily, you will probably get a lot of use out of these cream to powder blushes. I thought these were great. They applied really easily, blended out great. They applied well to just my bare skin or over foundation and blended out well with my fingers or with a brush, so that's great. I thought the Luminous Loose powder blushes were really cute as well. The colors were really pretty. Not as luminous as I thought it would be, but I like them like this, with just a hint, like a veil of glow as opposed to shimmer. So I thought these were really nice as well. There was only one discrepancy with the two shades. I thought they were a little too similar. I would have rather had a little bit more variety, perhaps a nudie shade or perhaps like a rich, like poppy shade. That would be really cool. But that's like a small, tiny complaint. Personally, I am a fan of blush palettes. Why? Because you just reach for a palette and there's a color for you. You know, you don't really have to think too much. So I'm a big fan of blush palettes in general, and I think these were really great. They swatched well. I love the distinction between the cool and the warm. I will definitely be reaching for these a lot. I have a feeling that I will for sure. Now the lip creams, I definitely have seen this product before. I'm not gonna say that it's new or innovative. If you have Rare Beauty lip creams, these are very, very similar. Two of the colors I really liked, the other three were okay, but still a lovely addition to the collection of products for Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. So I have to give it up to JACLYN Cosmetics and JACLYN and the whole team over there. I think you guys did it. This is an awesome collection. I feel like it's very current, definitely modern with a hint of Renaissance. So I really enjoyed the inspiration. I enjoyed all the colors and I really enjoyed this review. I just love putting all this together and doing this to my face. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. I will be zooming on out, having my dinner, and then finishing up my makeup for ladies night, and I will see you guys very soon. Click on my next two videos. Mwah! Peace.